Well, this is day one of 13 days, and remarkable resilience by our guys, hanging in, finding a way to get the thing to overtime, and then made enough plays. But it's a long series. We're not going to get too excited about this. We got things to clean up. They got things to clean up. Game two is going to be another war.
You're going all the way back to the first round with the comeback against Milwaukee late, and then what you did in game two against Cleveland, and now this. Does the poise that your guys play with at the end of these games, does it ever surprise you?
Well, we've had a lot of these games this year. I mean, we've probably had a dozen of them throughout the season. A lot of the games early where we were struggling were games we had to pull out. There were clutch games when we weren't playing particularly well, and it's just it's a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets, and it's not easy. It's not easy. There's been a lot of wild swings and scores throughout the season and the playoffs. But you certainly don't take anything like this for granted. This is very, very difficult to do, but it's a 48-minute game, and we always say, Pacer basketball is 48 minutes, and tonight it was 53 minutes.
What did you make of Aaron's shot-making run in that last 5 minutes of the game?
Well, Aaron, the thing that put him in position to do that was Shepard going in there and giving us, 7 or 8 really strong minutes, just playing at full capacity, picking up full, all that. It allowed Aaron a chance to rest a little bit. So he came back in the game fresh, and he had his legs. And I don't know how many he made down the stretch. Seemed like it was 5 or 6 or 7, 6. They were all very much needed. And look, NBA players are amazing. I mean, these guys get on a roll, and they do amazing things. And so, Brunson makes stuff like this look routine. Aaron got hot certainly at the right time.
Rick, you obviously, this is about today's game and this year, but you're familiar with NBA history. Was there a part of you when Tyrese did the choke gesture and Miller's on the call? Do you appreciate the historical tie-ins here?
I'm not getting into any of that stuff. Doesn't make any sense. This fan base is difficult enough to deal with without getting into a lot of unnecessary words. I mean, we have great respect for these guys. They beat us 2 out of 3 during the season. I've been watching them plow through great teams. It's day one of 13 days.
Rick,
Do you wish Tyrese had run
Tyrese's
that?
shot at the regulation goes up in the air, do you think the game over? Did you have to get any chance of coming back?
I mean, at first I thought he was behind the line, so I thought maybe the game was over. Everybody reacted, but look, it's the emotions of the playoffs are such that you expect there to be some reason that it's not total exuberance, So, look, we got to overtime. That's good, and we had 5 more minutes of life, and found a way. So,
When the ball went up in the rim, did you think game over? Like, did you think it had any shot of coming back down and going in?
it looked like it had a chance. It was awfully high. When we were playing in the bubble in 2020, when I was at Dallas, Damian Lillard hit a shot just like that. There was a crunch time shot that went way up in the air and dropped straight in. It was about a minute to go, or a minute and a half to go. It wasn't quite at the end like that, but it was a similar thing. And so those things happen.
Rick, this was the largest comeback in the final minute of the playoff game since at least 1998. You were down by 9 points. What was it about the previous instances where you guys were able to come back that in this hostile environment just didn't seem to get shook by it at all?
I think we've already talked about it. I mean, we've been through a lot of these situations. It's set us up to execute well and try to give ourselves a chance, and that's all you can do.
Rick, you talked about the fan base and how it's already difficult enough to play against them. Do you wish Tyrese hadn't played the choke or something?
Listen, players can do what they want, and it's an emotional thing. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I mean, we got to go out there. The place is unlikely to be any louder than it was tonight. I mean, it was crazy out there. And the environment, it never disappoints here. It never disappoints here. I mean, at this time of year, you want to go into the most hostile, the most difficult environments and test your mettle, you know, and go against Brunson and, you know, Cat and Bridges and these guys. I mean, this is a difficult time of the year. So it's not a big deal to me.
Right, you're obviously going a
Hold on,
14.
Dustin.
Tyrese has earned the right to do whatever he wants.
They've obviously gone that 14-0 run when Brunson checks out early in the fourth quarter. What did you guys have to do just to stabilize? Obviously, Aaron making those shots is a big piece of what across the board did you guys have to do to sort of just get right in that period, in that stretch?
Well, I mean, we were very much teetering on the edge. We talked in the huddle. We had a couple of timeouts that we had to take. We talked in the huddle about keep working the game, right? Keep trying to make it hard on these guys. Find good looks. I mean, they had their best defenders out there during much of that stretch, and it was really difficult. And they had some of the guys with foul trouble out of the game, you know. So, but you know, Pascal kind of started it off with a play where he drove it in there and just found a way to make a bucket, and then he got a chance, I think, at an and one, and you know, you just got to keep playing. I mean, the game is long.
Do you think you have a reputation now when you get into the head of the opponent, when you start to throw that into the game?
Yeah, I mean we try to play Pacer basketball, you know, and we got really good guys who play hard, unselfish, and you know it's day one of 13 days.
Thanks, Coach. It'll be Aaron and Tyrese in here.